You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, Joe List here. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesdays with Stories. A little special post-production message here on behalf of Mark and I and everybody here at Stand Up Labs. A good buddy of ours, John Laster, fellow comic and just a great guy. His apartment burned down a couple days ago, or maybe it was yesterday actually, and he lost his apartment and everything in the apartment, obviously just a few days before Christmas here. So we wanted to let you guys know that you can, if you want, you can go, he set up a website, GoFundMe. You can find the link on my Facebook or his Facebook, John Laster, Jon. Laster. There's links on my Facebook, on his Facebook, and you can go and kick a couple bucks his way. He literally lost everything just a few days before Christmas, so I know it's a tight money time, but if you have $5, $10, $20, you know, obviously the more the better, and you can shoot him a few bucks. That would be great. He'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it. We're going to do the same, and just a great guy, a fellow comic, and a fellow human being who's in need. So let him know that we got some good giving fans here, and hopefully there's good people listening to the show. And again, I know money's tight, but whatever you can give would be much appreciated. Anyways, it's a fun episode, and we love you, and Merry Christmas, and that's it. We both love you.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Auga! Here.
You know what we got to start doing? Working on our sound effects before the show.
No, you gotta let them ride.
Yeah, but I think we're running out. All I have is... It's a fan favorite, for sure.
It's a killer. The sonar? What is that?
Oh, it's the Jetsons vehicle,
Oh,
you jerk.
right. I was thinking tractor beam. It sounds like a tractor beam.
No,
too.
tractor beam is... Something like that.
That wasn't bad. That sounded like a bad horn.
Hey Joe, can I get a little more in my cans here? I want to be blasted out of my fucking skull.
That's
good for me.
Mine. God,
No,
Jesus.
that was me. We're good.
It's an old gag.
Yeah, it's a fun gag. A lot of gigs, Do you think you have more gags or more gigs?
I got a couple of gogs.
What the hell's a gog?
That's some sort of a dingleberry.
Oh no, it's short for synagogue, right?
Oh, there you go.
Speaking of which, happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Hanukkah right now as we record, and I think Christmas is in a couple days.
Yes.
This will be coming out on December, I don't know.
Tuesday. December Tuesday. Also, happy Kwanzaa. We don't leave those guys out.
Yep. Who are the Kwanzas?
I think that's the Afro-Americanes.
Oh, they celebrate Christmas, you jerk.
Well, I think Africans like Kwanzaa.
That's Africans.
Aha.
So what happens if you move from Africa to here? Are you African American or you're like extra?
I think you're African. But if you get citizenship, then you're African American.
Right. But that puts you in the same category as people that have been born here, 8th generations here.
That's true. And also, South Africaners tend to be white.
My girlfriend's from South Africa.
Well, there you go. So she's an African American.
She's African American. And there's a lot of black people in South Africa. They were just segregated there.
Apartheid.
What's the difference between segregation and apartheid?
I think apartheid is where you fight back.
No.
I don't know.
I think you're not even equal.
Is that right?
I think you have separate governments and the whole thing, or something like that.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not sure, but I know it was bad.
Yeah.
And Nelson Mandela was part of it, and there was a rugby game.
Yes. And
with Matt Damon.
There was a movie about it.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman and Matt Damon.
Well, there was another one with Idris Elba.
Who?
The guy from The Wire.
Oh, I never watched The Wire, but don't worry. Plenty of people have told me every detail of it.
Sure, I believe it.
Yeah, who cares?
Now everybody's into that cereal.
If one more person tells me about cereal, I'm going to kick him right in the face. And
I'm the only person who got halfway through it and gave up.
I've heard a couple people, actually.
Oh,
I heard
good.
someone else be like, I don't think this is good.
It's not for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be for me, but...
I get it. It's cool. It's a throwback to the old radio days where you sit on the floor and watch the radio.
Woody Allen had a movie called Radio Days.
Great movie.
I think this is like radio days, the podcast, basically.
Podcast is back.
But people drive around and listen to it in their trucks or cars.
Well, I don't think people are having conversations anymore. So the art of the convo is lost until pods came out.
But people are still conversing. I feel like everyone wants to jump to conclusions. We're the worst, and we're gay, and we suck, and we're AIDS. I think there's a lot of good things happening these days.
I think there's great things, but I'm saying you used to just sit on a porch with an old farmer and shoot the breeze.
We shoot the breeze.
We do.
That's all I'm ever doing is shooting the breeze.
Everybody goes to work, they stare at their phone all day, they go on Facebook, then they go home and they watch their stories, then they jerk off, they read a book, and they go to bed.
But what do they do on Facebook? There's conversations happening all the time.
That's
Comments.
That's not the same.
That's
Comments,
almost
likes.
That's almost more of an open dialogue. You see 75 comments on there.
Yeah, but that's one sentence by 800 different people.
I think that there's a thing that's natural that people always want to say everything was better before. Everything back then was great and everything bad sucks now.
I'm saying this is the best we've ever lived. This is the best time ever.
You and I, for sure. Look at us. We look great. We're doing this episode shirtless.
Yes.
And we both look great.
Oh, yeah. What is that, a tramp stamp?
Yep.
All right.
I'm wearing a bow tie in my chest hair.
Aha.
Oh, boy.
I'm wearing just cuffs. Mm-hmm. Cuff links. Is it cuffs? The things on the wrist?
I have no idea.
The Chippendales, they wear a bow tie and cuffs with no shirt. It's the most ass-backwards thing ever.
Yeah, but people are into that.
I guess.
Are they still a thing?
Chippendales are around.
Oh, wow.
Now they're called the Boys Down Under. I got caught staring at that poster at the Vegas airport for 20 minutes.
Wow. We should have some of them come in.
Yeah, I bet they got some stories of just banging housewives.
Do you ever get into that porn?
Oh, I love it.
I like that porn,
love
too.
That.
With the male stripper, and they start sucking his dick and crazy.
The Dancing Bear.
What's that
That's
one?
that's the dancingbear.com. It's these guys, they come out in bear hats, like the head of a bear, but their bodies are chiseled.
Oh, wow.
And they go to like work parties, and it's all women, and it's obviously staged, but
Right.
they make it seem like, oh my God, Tammy from accounting's cutting loose.
We gotta get some bear hats.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone hasn't shopped for me yet, I'll take a bear hat. I want to get some of that bear hat action.
I think you might stand out below the neck waist, though.
Well, I think I've been working out. You haven't seen me shirtless in a while. It's January, for God's sakes.
That's true, but when they see those Simpson boxers, they're gonna be like, who's this guy?
They're hypercolor. Anyways, we gotta, what the fuck? It's Christmas!
Christmas!
I love it! You know what I did yesterday, Mark?
Huh?
Went to the IFC movie theater right next to your house.
Oh, yeah.
And saw It's a Wonderful Life in the
Wow.
theater with my
Wow.
girl. My girlfriend had never seen it before.
Is it full?
No, it's empty.
That's a bummer. Everyone should see that movie.
I agree, but it's $14. It's a movie everyone's seen, and it was out for the afternoon, so.
But you got to hand to the IFC for saying, fuck you, we're still doing it.
IFC is fucking awesome.
I love them. They stick to their guns.
They're great. They claim no bad movies at the beginning, which is a little pretentious,
Ooh-wee.
possibly, but
That's a bold statement.
I've seen some bad ones in there.
Yeah.
But It's a Wonderful Life is great, and you go in there, it just makes you feel good, and you watch it on the big screen, and it's...
Yeah.
How about the scene where they come back to the alternate world, you know? And the first Martinis has become Nick's. It's supposed to be like this sleazy bar. And the way they show that, they just show a big black guy playing piano.
I knew exactly. I was just thinking the same thing.
That's their idea of like, well, this place has gone to shit. Check out the black guy on piano.
This place is ruined.
Good thing.
Also, Nick's accent was thicker in the
thicker.
later whatever alternate world.
Yeah, and this wasn't my original point, but somebody pointed out that
this is great.
that Mary has glasses.
Yeah.
And she didn't before.
Right.
And also, that's the idea. 1946. That's the idea of a failed woman. She's single and works at a library. He's like, you're not gonna want to see this. She's single.
Right. Good
She's
point.
like, she's like supposed to be like 35 years old. She
Yeah.
doesn't she's not married. She works at a library. Failure.
Right. Also, I get it that George Bailey's a hell of a guy. You know, we all love him, but the brother gets no credentials. The brother's the real star?
Harry.
He like mowed down everybody in World War I. You know,
No credentials. What are you talking about?
the movie should be about him. He's got a more interesting life.
Well, of course it's more interesting. That's the point of the movie. This guy's life isn't interesting, you don't think, until you realize you put it all together. Harry would be fucking dead if it weren't for George.
You're the richest man in the world.
Yeah, well, in town. Yeah, the world. Potter still has more money than him, I think.
That's a good point, yeah.
Don't you think that they kind of trumpet when they go, when Sam, hee-haw, he donates 20 grand? Don't you wish that someone would be like this? Can I get my $10 back? Because if he's donating 20 grand.
Oh, yeah.
20 grand in 1946 is like the equivalent of like $150,000.
I think more than that.
So the one guy who gave $10, he's probably like, oh, let me take my $10 back. Sam Wainwright just gave you a fucking $20K.
I think that's when you just slide a hand in and slide that 10 out. You know, don't even
Somebody
think
must be mugging him.
Yeah.
A lot of
course.
strangers in there.
It's going to be the black piano player.
I was saving this up for a divorce if I get a husband.
Woo-wee. Yeah, they made her sassy, didn't they?
Yeah, she was fun.
I think she won an Oscar.
I don't think the black person won an Oscar till 2013.
Oh, you're right.
Halle Berry and Denzel won for Glory in 1989.
Well, Sidney Poitier.
No, he never won.
Is that right?
I don't think so.
Wow, that's insane.
Or maybe I'm thinking of Best Actress was Halle Berry. She was the first black woman to win it.
Yeah.
Once Monsters Ball.
Yes. She had to pay to enjoy being fucked by Billy Bob.
Yeah. Somebody else had this bit. Probably a lot of people had this bit, but maybe only one person did. And I can't remember their name. But the whole movie is like Billy Bob Thornton overcomes his racism.
Yeah.
By fucking Halle Berry.
Right.
Like, how racist do you have to be to not want to fuck Halle Berry?
Right.
That's not really like a lesson learned or anything.
Yeah. And I think I would fuck her if I was racist.
That's my point.
Yeah.
You'd have to be insanely racist to be like, well, I don't even...
Yeah.
I guess those people exist that are just like...
Well, even the slave owners were banging the slaves.
Indeed.
And they were the most racist people ever.
Not necessarily.
Well, you figure, hey, you don't deserve to earn money.
You would think that, but I bet there's people now that are more racist than those people.
Yeah.
Because back then they were probably like, well, this is the time, and...
Right. My uncle is pretty racist.
Yeah, there's some guys out there that are pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. And black guys, too. I grew up with a couple guys who really hated Whitey.
Right.
But, hey,
Off on a tangent.
you hate enough of those people.
Yeah, let's get into the Christmas spirit
Yes.
and tell some crazy story. Now, I assume, we haven't talked in a few days, I assume you fucked 106 girls since last time I saw you.
Blown.
You blew a couple girls.
Yes. Boy, I had a crazy run.
Now, you sent me a picture. Can you talk about that?
Sure.
You sent me a picture with that looked like the cast of the Golden Girls.
Wow, there was a black one in there.
Well, whatever. Was there a black Golden Girl or no?
No.
All right.
Good Lord.
The 80s.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I told you we've progressed.
There would be a black one now, I believe. If that show was on today.
Oh, my God. There'd be an Asian, an Eskimo, a gay one.
Right.
There'd be no white ones. That's for sure.
Be a midget with one eye. Mm-hmm. So, should I get into it?
Get into it.
All right.
What are we doing here?
So, it's been a topsy-turvy week. You guys heard about the last week. I was in L.A., I was in Vegas, then L.A., then I flew back to New York Thursday, and I was on a train Friday morning to go to D.C.
Oh, yeah, right after we recorded the pod.
Right after I left right from here. I went to the train. First of all, can I say I love the Amtrak?
No, you can't beat it.
I've got a new bit about it, how they don't check your bags or nothing. It's the best. It's so low maintenance.
Right.
It's
too expensive.
It is a little high priced
Yeah.
there, but boy, I love it. I can fall right asleep. It's so calming, the hum of the train and just the woo-wee.
Yeah, you feel like Dylan.
Yeah.
It feels like that old school, like Woody Guthrie.
Right.
You should be picking a banjo. You're looking out that window. And,
Right. Trees are whizzing by. Old houses are whizzing by. It's a good time.
Yeah, that kid saluting like RFK.
Right. There's a guy with a stick with a bag on the end.
Yep.
Yeah. So I go right to D.C. I get picked up by Stavros Hakari. He's a Greek kid.
Uh-huh.
He's the feature act. So I do this run of shows with a guy named Ramin. So he catches that I'm doing the Kennedy Center on Monday. So he says, hey, how about you come in on Thursday and we do a show here, a show there, a show there, and a show there. And then we'll end up at the Kennedy Center and then you can go home. And I said, great. I'll make more money. We'll do more shows. I'll do more time. Let's do it.
Yeah, a lot of museums and whatnot.
Sure. So this guy, Ramin, he kept emailing me. And I hope none of this sounds offensive. I'm just going to tell the exact truth so he can't get mad at me.
Oh, boy.
He kept emailing me in like August and September, like, hey, why don't you come down and do these 3 shows? I'll pay you this much. Can't really put you up. And I just, I've been doing comedy a little while now. And I was like, you know what? I could probably make more in the city. I'd rather not sleep on a guy's couch. I'm just going to say no. Whereas a year ago, I would have been like, sure, I'll do anything.
Right.
And he was like, come on. I was like, no, I'm not. I've not done nothing personal. I just don't want to do it. I get nothing out of it. And he's like, all right. So then he would write back with another number. And I was like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to haggle. I just would prefer to stay in the city.
Right.
And then he emailed again and again and again. He finally threw out a price and he got a hotel. And I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Wow. That's
So it
pretty
worked.
good.
Yeah.
You're a businessman.
But it was nice to negotiate when you have nothing to lose.
Right.
Usually I'm like, oh, what's he going to say? I'm sweating, typing.
I'm so bad at that stuff.
Yeah.
People, you could just rip me off. I'd be thrilled to get ripped off.
Me too. Please. I'm being ripped off right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So I go down there. We do this show on Friday night. It's on a boat on the Potomac.
Potomac.
Potomac?
I think it's Potomac.
Plutonic.
Platonic.
Platonic.
Platonic means no sex.
Yes.
Did you have sex?
Not that night.
All right, that's a platonic boat.
All right. I was on a platonic boat on the Potomac.
I think it's Potomac.
Call in.
Potomac? Well, whatever. You're on a boat.
I'm on a river.
No sex.
Yes. So I get on this boat. It's in the middle of nowhere. All those towns, it's like weird, bumfuck Virginia. It's like every house looks like a dollhouse, It's all quaint and clean and whatever. So we get on this boat, and it's this tiny little party boat. It's just a boat. It's a flat boat with a bunch of seats and a microphone. That's it, and a bar in the back.
Is it outdoors?
It's an outdoor boat, but it's covered.
Uh-huh. They have those heat lamps?
Heat lamps. You know it. Mm-hmm. So my first thought is, shit, why did I agree to this? God damn it. It's a fucking Friday night. There's a Christmas party I'm missing for this. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I'm on a boat on the Potomac. And it's a real kind of it's kind of a divey boat, no pun intended. So the guy's like, all right, there's probably like 25, 30 people on the boat. It holds 60. It's like, all right, I'm just going to suck this up. So we're all talking. Me and all the comics are talking. I step on a mouse.
What?
Yeah, a mouse was running across the floor and I accidentally stepped on it.
A mouse on a boat?
Yeah.
Sounds like a kid's book.
We were still docked.
Wow.
Mouse on a boat. It's all she wrote. So,
that's a bad book.
Yeah. So I step on a mouse, and I go, what the hell is that? Ah, it's a mouse. It's like squirming and fidgeting.
You killed it?
Well, I damaged it pretty good. But it wasn't dead. It was wiggling.
Oh, my God.
And so this guy, Ramin, he's such a good showman. He's such a good showrunner that he's like, if these people see this mouse, they're going to flip out and leave. So he picks up the mouse and throws it into the water when no one's looking.
He had gloves?
No.
No gloves?
No, he's a real man.
Ramin, get yourself a tetanus shot, sir.
I know. He might have used a napkin, but it was just fucking boom, in and out, in the ocean.
Hope he recleaned his hands.
There you go.
Okay.
So I have a picture
trying.
of me on the boat. It's the feature goes up. He struggles a little bit. They're older crowd. This one woman's got to be 72, is blackout hammered, just yelling like a banshee. During all the jokes. So I'm just cutting into her. You look like the lady from The Ring. I mean, she had this long black hair. She was hideous. And so eventually she falls asleep and they put a blanket over her. And I was like, is she dead? What's going on? And the husband's like, we never get out. And I was like, all right, got it. So I go up and I do an hour or whatever, or 40 minutes. I kind of eat it, whatever. And then we're driving around the boat. We're drinking heavily. Eventually we finally dock. This woman gets off the boat and yaks everywhere.
The blanket woman?
Yeah, and it's weird seeing an old lady yak from puke, like from being drunk.
I think they can die from that.
Maybe.
Throw a hip out or something.
So now we're on the dock, and she's the first one to leave. She's puked all over the dock, so everybody's like, So the captain's like, hang on, let me hose it down. So we're just stuck on the boat. And there's nothing worse than you do a show and you're stuck with the audience.
Literally nothing worse.
Nothing worse. There's no green room, nowhere to hide. So you're just like, I've been doing a little, a couple years. Yeah, been on TV.
That happens sometimes. I'll host at the Cellar, and the show ends. It's a mass exodus, and then I'm actually waiting in line to get out of my own comedy club.
Right.
And they're all sending receipts, and I'm just 10 people back going, I want to get out.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's a nightmare.
It kills the whole mystique and everything.
No mystique.
No mystique. Namaste.
Mystique.
There it is. So finally, we get everybody off the boat, and this woman can't walk. She's so fucked up that her husband goes, someone help me. So it's a long pier, and it's just like a 2-person wide pier. So she could fall in. There's no rail. There's just water on either side. Yeah, it was crazy.
Where is this gig?
Virginia.
Oh my
Potomac.
God. This is like Cuba.
Yeah. So I'm holding a flashlight on a cell phone, and the feature act felt bad, so he's like, all right, I'll help you. So he's holding one arm, the husband's holding the other arm, and she's like just dragging her feet. It was crazy. She looked like a dead person. Corpse is what I was looking for there. So we finally get her, we sit her down, we get in an Uber, and we go straight to the Arlington Draft House.
Great place. Great venue.
We hit this, no wait, where do we go? We go to this place. Oh, I gotta pimp this whole thing. This guy, Sean Young, I want to say. He's booked us for February.
Oh, right.
That's him.
I know, yeah, Sean. I don't think it's Young, though.
Is it not Young?
It might be old. Is it new?
Sean something
Griffin?
Blue, borrowed.
Something, Sean. Let's not get caught up in the whole Sean
I
thing.
can Google it. Is that weird?
Google?
Or Facebook?
No, it's all right. Sean, we'll see you soon. Sean Carter? Sean Jackson.
Could that be it? Hold on. Oh,
Sean
boy.
Doyle?
Ooh, Sean Doyle. That's not bad.
I think it might be Irish. I think it's Sean.
Shit. It ain't coming up.
Well, we'll plug it another time.
Sean Joyce!
Joyce, I knew it was
Bam!
Irish.
James Joyce, yes. Sean Joyce. All right.
Joyce. Sorry,
Woo,
Jay.
we love you, Joy.
S.J.
Joy to the world,
Oh,
the
boy.
teacher's dead. Boy, that's pretty dark when you think about it.
We never had that
Teacher's dead.
song.
You never had that one?
No.
It's one of those great Christmas parodies.
We had No More Teachers, No More Looks.
I don't know that
books. No more teachers, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks. Something gay. I don't know.
I like it.
I can't remember.
It's no mouse on a boat. That's all she wrote.
I thought the other one I had there, that mouse thing, wasn't bad.
Ramin?
I can't remember. That was bad.
Remove the mouse.
I'm going to remove this whole episode.
Hannibal. So we get it. We get to we go to Sean Joyce's. He has a mic, and it's a Friday night. It's at this bar called the Big Hunt, right on Connecticut Avenue in the heart of D.C., right by the Improv. Mm-hmm. What a cool bar. It's like this dive bar. There's like 8 different rooms, one of those bars. It's all wooden, just dirty, beer-soaked wood, weird shit hanging from the ceilings from them being around for 800 years.
I love that.
Love it. So I'm like, where's the fucking mic? So the Stavros, the feature, funny guy, great kid, adorable, real fat. He takes me downstairs. It's jam-packed. Don't you love that when you're like, where is it? Where is it? This bar's kind of dead. And you get downstairs and everyone's in there.
Yeah, that feels good.
Feels great. It's dark. It's seedy, low ceilings. And this guy Sean's like, hey, what's up? I'm Sean. I'm the guy booking you in February. I was like, oh, great. He's like, you want to go on? I was like, yeah. So Stavros goes up. He does well. I go up. And it's so nice to be back in front of real people again. Like, I just did this boat for these rich, old white people.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the fucking cellar with beer drinking college kids and normal people.
Right.
And so that was a great time. Then we jump out of there. Stavros goes, let's go to the draft house. We haul ass to the draft house in Arlington, Virginia. We do a mic there, and that was killer.
Oh, that mic is good. I've done
Great
that one before.
mic. In that little room.
Wait, so you tripled up on a Friday in D.C.?
Tripled up because I was like, this boat thing is weird. What am I doing here? So I was like, let's do it, baby. Let's go all out. We did all the rooms.
Wow.
We both, we're driving there, speeding. We're like, we're going to try this bit. You got to try that new one. You better do the new one. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's fun. That draft house mic is great.
Oh, so good.
Because when you work the draft house, you go in the front and then you do the mic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
killer. That's
exactly.
good.
It was Randolph and Andy Klein's.
Wow. There's nothing funner than doing a show and then being like, I think we might be able to make this show.
Yes.
When you're not sure, and then you're like, let's try it.
Right, and you get all amped up because he was like, oh, the guy just texted me, there's only 2 comics left. So the guy, Stavros did like a U-turn and parked, and I ran in and told the guy
Yes.
it was fun. It was like Starsky and gay.
That's great.
So, that was the first night. Next night, and the Ramin guy, the Booker guy is like, don't worry, next night's going to be way better. You know how Bookers always say that.
Yep.
Next night, it's going to be much better.
course.
Sorry about that one.
Yeah, last week there was 800 people here and no mice.
Right, exactly. Yes. So, next night, it's in Stafford, Virginia, and this is the Sticks, people. There's one big bar called Main Street. That's where the show is. We go there. It's this huge, honky-tonk kind of bar. Everybody, I saw a couple of cowboy hats, a lot of boots, a lot of tight jeans,
Isn't it weird when people wear cowboy hats, not ironically?
It's odd.
It's such a weird, silly look.
Carlin had a whole thing about it, what is this? Why don't I just walk around with a Viking hat? What is this, costume night?
Well, cowboy hats, cowboys wear them to protect themselves from the sun.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a big brim around so you don't get sun on your neck and head. But the people that just walk around at bar, I could be wrong. I don't know if we have any cowboy hat wearing fans, but email us.
Probably not.
I don't think we have the kind of pod where people wear cowboy hats.
I'm not crazy. There's only a handful of hats that I accept.
Baseball.
I like a baseball, like a beanie. I'll do a beanie.
Which one's the beanie? Is that the one with the propeller?
Could.
Okay.
Could or couldn't.
Doesn't it sound like the beanie has the propeller?
Well, what am I thinking of? A skull cap?
I used to just call it a winter hat. But now I think it's called a beanie.
Yeah, because winter hat could go either way. That could be like one of those lumberjack with the flaps, because that's winter.
I used to have a flap hat.
I like those too, actually.
It was from Peru, handmade.
Oh, wow.
Cost me like $8.
They have winter there?
In Peru? Fuck yeah, dog.
What?
You go up in the mountains, it's snowing. It's snow mountains.
I just picture a lot of foliage and shirtless tan men.
Well, no foliage. It's jungle. They have a lot of climates
Jungle.
down there. It's jungle. The foliage and jungle are different.
Is that right?
Yeah, foliage is like New England.
Yeah.
No jungle.
Oh, I've been using foliage all my life.
I can tell.
Wrong way.
All right. So anyways, which other hats are we talking?
Okay.
What about a yarmulke?
I'm cool with a yam.
That's not bad.
I like a yam. I like those triangular hats the Asians wear when the rice patties.
Those are great.
Those are great hats.
Those you can flip and spin them.
Yeah.
I believe.
You can even serve fruit in it. Mm-hmm. That's a hat I get behind. Cowboy hat, fine if you're actually a cowboy.
What about the Jamaica thing that hangs off to the side? It's got rainbows. And
Well.
then it has the hair attached to it.
I don't like it.
And then there's also the beret. That's very pretentious.
The beret's got to go.
That's bad.
I don't mind a newsie.
A Uzi?
A newsie.
What's that?
That's like a
the
Sean
news hat.
Donnelly hat.
Yeah, no, that's a what do you call that? That's called a
A cabbie?
no. That's when all in Boston they wear the
Yeah. You got to be the right kind of guy to wear it, though.
the Kangol hat.
The
It's kinda like
Kangol.
a Kangol, but it's called a scally cap.
Is that what it is?
I think it's a scally.
Scally.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, you'd look silly.
Scallywag.
A newsie's a little different. That's a little baggier, but like the short brim.
I see. I don't mind that one either.
I don't mind that either.
Yeah, but every other hat, like a top hat, that's got to go. A derby.
Oh,
What
the
else?
worst is the fucking fedora.
Fedora's easily the worst.
Sarah judges a place by how many fedoras are in there.
I like that. It's like a Yelp.
I'm doing a show at a 4 fedora, and you're like, oh, that sounds horrible.
I love that.
Too PC.
Oh, by the way, can I throw this at you?
Please.
want-
You hit me with it.
I want to invent my own compliment, or not compliment, but like, you know, people say like that's tight, or that's whatever. I don't know. I can't think of another one.
Yeah,
That's-
I got you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or that's
The African Americans are very good at doing that.
yeah, they're the best.
Then when we take them, they drop them and come up with a new one.
That's true. Yeah.
I feel like this is a team of black guys coming up with the thing. We're like, all right, we're saying
Right.
dope now. And you're like, okay.
they should get paid for that.
Yeah.
They don't.
No, they get
All right.
killed by the police.
Mine is going to be, I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Okay.
And I hope this catches on. I see something I like, I go, that's lunch.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
Yeah, you know, you see a cool pair of shoes. Those shoes are lunch.
Can I come up with one too?
Yeah.
Mine's going to be Queef. That band is really Queef.
I like Queef, but you can't really use it around, you know, Aunt Betty.
I have an Aunt Betty.
Is that right?
She queefs all the time. This woman queefs every 10 minutes. Her queefs are pretty lunch.
There it is.
That wasn't bad.
But you know, like swingers, they say you're so money.
Yes.
I want to say you're so lunch.
See, money, that's another black one.
Is that black?
Of course that's black. What are you kidding?
No, I don't know. I think that's like 50s gangsters.
Maybe the Beastie Boys came up with money.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, they stole everything from the blacks.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, not to fight for your right to party, but they had a couple things.
I can't remember.
I feel like they're very Run DMC influenced.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's lunch.
They were pretty queef.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to business. You're in D.C.
I'm in Stafford, Virginia.
Aha, you're queefing on your lunch.
Yes. That could be the title. So I'm in this show, I'm in this room, and this is Republican, this is fucking, you know, good old boys.
Ah.
And whatever. Like, just, these are hardworking people who want to have a good time and swill a beer.
Right.
So the host goes up. He's killing. The host he's a real pro. Ramin. He hosts everything. He just kills. He can go in and out of bits in the crowd work, killing. Stavros, he's a little more alty. I'm not gonna say he's not fucking Ben Kronberg, but he's you know, a little bit swaying more alty on the spectrum. So
Does he wear a fedora or no fedora?
no, he's too fun for a fedora.
I see.
I think he might be balding, but it's hard to tell.
He should get himself a newsie.
Yeah, now that's lunch. Queef. So, Stavros goes up. He struggles a little bit. He does like 30 minutes in 9 minutes, you know, one of those things.
Aha.
I hope I'm not shitting on it. He's a funny guy. I don't mean to say he's
No,
not
he's
doing
fine.
well.
He just loves it.
He's a great guy, and I'm going to bring him on the road if I can. So, he goes up. So I go up, and I just got to come out swinging. I make fun of the room. I make fun of the guy in the front row. Look at this fat guy. You're gay. Who's that? All right. You dating? You got a big bush. You know, the whole thing.
Who's that always killed?
Who's that? Yeah, I think that's a Rodney catchphrase. So, so I pull it out, and it was one of those sets where every single second of it was work.
Oh, yeah.
And I did well, but every second was like, that they didn't like, this they like, that, keep going, try that, move out, pull in, pull out,
Yeah,
push,
yeah.
pull, push, pull, you know.
I call that a no sipper.
Aha!
You can't even take a sip.
I couldn't take a
You're
sip.
just going to be like, ah!
And I was doing bits from like the 80s. I was just saying fuck for no reason, dick, a lot of dick stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big dick, don't you? Look at that bulge. Ah! How do you deal with that, man? Boy, you must be torn in half. Ah! You know, just real shit like that.
All right.
So, this is where it gets kooky. So, we finish the show. We get the meal, the free meal. Oh, we've been savoring this meal. Mm-hmm. So, I get the fish and chips. Really go to town on that. And then I just kind of want to go home. I'm like, all right, hungover from last night. This show was a bit of a workout. I'm full of fish and chips. I'm going to go home. And the host goes, well, let's get one drink. And I go, all right, fine. So we go to this bar called Mix, and it's the host, a girl he knows, probably about a 60-year-old woman, and another girl.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just sitting there, and I'm just kind of like not being that on, and they're all getting pretty drunk. One of the girls is like, "It's my birthday," and she gets pretty hammered. And, one thing leads to another. They're all dancing, like, sexy dancing on each other, grinding each other. I'm just watching, and one of them will every now and then, like, rub her butt on my ass, fun. And so I just have a few more drinks. I'll just get through it. A few more drinks. I can't wait to get home back to my hotel. You start thinking about that bed, and you're gonna watch TV, and I got a Kit Kat in there, So eventually I go, you know what? I'm going home. And the girl's like, well, how are you gonna get there? And I go, I don't know. Can I get a ride? And one of them goes, yeah, we're all going to Mark's hotel.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, I guess we're doing that now. And I'm not like into any of them, so I'm not like, I'm not mad. I'm not thrilled. I'm just like, all right, we're doing this now. So we get to my hotel, and it's the bars have all closed now, and all the liquor is not being served. It's a dry county now.
Right.
So we get to the hotel, and one of the girls goes, I have a bottle of wine in my car. And I go, well, bring it up because we need something. And she goes, well, I have weed too. I said, bring it up. So we go up to my room, crack the bottle of wine, put on music. All the girls start dancing. They're all getting into it. Yeehaw. I'm just sitting there, like, watching. And turns out the 65-year-old one's like, what the hell? We're all dancing? We're in a hotel room. We should be fucking.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, my God. I didn't even want to fuck.
This isn't the same dame from the boat.
No.
Okay.
No. She was 79.
I see.
This one's 65. She's divorced. All these girls have some kind of past.
Uh-huh.
So, one of them starts going down on one of them.
What?
Uh-huh. And I'm just watching, like, sipping my wine out of a Holiday Inn cup, just, wow, this is wild.
Which ones are going down on each other?
So the 65-year-old, one was black, one was 65, one was married.
Wow.
So the 65...
It's like Hollywood casting.
Yeah, exactly.
They need all women, an old one, and the black one,
Right.
and the whatever
It
one.
was like a McDonald's commercial.
Uh-huh.
So the old one is going down on the married one, and the black one is watching and, like, playing with their hair and stuff.
I think this is what I saw a picture of.
Yeah, so I snap a picture secretly, and I show you and a couple other people.
Yeah.
But you can't really see. It's pretty hidden.
You can't see faces, but you can see what's shaking.
Sure. So they're like, you don't want to get in on this, Mark? I didn't want to get into it.
Really?
I don't know what it was. I wasn't really attracted to them, and it felt weird, and they were so into. It kind of bumped. This is going to sound incredibly misogynistic, maybe, but I almost get turned off when a woman is too aggressive.
Uh-huh. That's not misogynistic.
Not misogynistic, but I guess it's anti-feminism.
Oh, I see.
Is it?
No,
I don't
I think
know.
it's just preference. It's all what you're
Okay.
into. That doesn't make you a bad person.
I'm not saying women. I'm not saying women shouldn't be aggressive. You like a guy, go for it.
Yeah, it's just different strokes for different folks. That's not misogynistic.
I like the girl. You undo her shirt and she's like, oh, I don't know. That to me, I
That's
get off
more
on
creepy
that.
than misogynistic.
Shit. Well, the girl, like, she won't drop the towel. She's like, I'm ashamed of my body. Oh.
Right.
I kind of get into that.
See, because I'm too insecure. I'd be like, oh my god, then don't put it on, and I'll see it never. Fuck me. I hate myself.
Well,
I like a girl that's like, get your shirts off, you nerd. She breaks my glasses and
Oh,
sticks a
really?
finger in my ass. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Queefs on my eye.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
That's lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But different strokes.
Different strokes. It's different every night. I don't know. I'm gay tomorrow.
But I'm into an oldie now. I like an oldie, like the old woman eating a puss.
I like
would be
that
something
too.
Else
I like that too.
Because I think I'm going to be with my girlfriend forever now, so I have to imagine just being with older people.
Yes.
So I get into it now because I'm like, I could dig on this.
Oh, I like older women.
Yeah,
Big
you
time.
always have since
Always
I met
have,
you.
yeah.
I remember you telling me a story, but we've known each other so long that you were like, I'd like to fuck a 38-year-old.
Right.
And now I'm like, boy, I'm 38.
Right.
Not really.
What are you, 33?
32.
32, okay.
Yeah.
So you seem so much older than me. You seem, I guess, because you're
Well, I'm
sober.
wise.
You're wise.
Well, even when I was drinking, I was much smarter.
Shit. I didn't know you knew.
Kidding.
All right. So they're going down, I'm just watching, and I gotta tell you, I was more just like, this is crazy. I wasn't like, this is so hot.
Right.
I was more just like, out of body kind of thing.
Now, you must be at a point now where this stuff happens and you're like, podcast.
Of course.
I mean, that's all I think about.
That's all I was thinking.
I see a homeless woman smash a guy with a bottle. I'm like, podcast.
That's exactly right. I was just thinking Tuesday.
Yeah.
Woo. So At some point, the married girl kind of comes to, and she's like snapped, like, "Oh, what are we doing? This is crazy. We can't do this." And the older woman's like, "Fuck all you guys. You guys are all pussies." And then so the black chick and the married chick start making out, and they're going at it hard. And then the old woman's kind of like, shrugged off in the corner, like, to be honest, I think they were pushing her off because she was old.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
What's that called? Ageism?
Ageism.
Yeah.
Yes. But could be a preference.
Mm-hmm.
So the black chick and her, and that was kind of hot. They were going at it, and hands in the pants, the whole thing, moaning.
Any kind of moan is delightful.
Oh, love a moan. I don't mind a guy moan. So they're going at it, and eventually one of them tries to kind of make a move on me, and I'm like, I shouldn't. I felt weird about it. I felt like a weirdo, creepy guy, like Seinfeld with oils and a robe.
Yeah.
I felt like that guy.
It feels like you just own the venue.
Yes.
It's like you book a rock show and then in the middle of the playing and you're like, "Can I get out here?" And they're like, "What? No, this is our thing."
Exactly. And I almost felt like she was doing it out of like, well, we should help him out. It's his hotel room. So that was gross to me.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want to blow me, but don't blow me because you feel like you should.
Right. You're maturing.
Thank you. So, so then eventually everybody gets pretty high and people are just kind of like starting to get a little loopy, and one girl was sleeping now, and so eventually they all leave. So I was like, all right, it's 4:30 in the morning, they're gone, wild night, talk about it on the podcast, chalk it up to a fun night. Mm-hmm. I doze off immediately. 30 minutes later, boom, 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 door is just being banged on. I'm like, oh shit. Maybe somebody smelled the weed smoke.
Yeah.
Maybe we're too loud. I don't know what's going on. So I'm in my underwear. I walk up to the peephole. It's the old lady.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, what's going on? So I open the door and she like storms in like a hurricane, like, throws her purse on the bed. She's like, I couldn't get a cab. I've been down there the whole time. I was like, oh my God. She was like the penguin, from Batman. Right.
Oh, the penguin from Batman.
Well, not March of the Penguins. So, so she's like, I'm sorry, can I crash here? And I'm like, jeez, very intrusive. My whole world is falling apart now.
Plus, she's going to be up at 6 a.m., these old people.
That's true. Then we got to get an early bird special.
Drinking chamomile at 6:30.
And we got to do the crossword. Watch Price is Right. So I was like, all right, and it's 2 beds. So I was like, yeah, crash, whatever. So now she's laying down, and then the door knock on the door again.
What?
The black chick.
You're kidding.
She's like, I'm too drunk to drive home. So I was like, what is this, a sitcom? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Is this Three's Company? So she's back in, and they start going at it.
Going at it? How so?
They're making out and whatnot.
Oh, I thought you meant arguing.
No. They're making out and whatnot. And now I'm just like, oh, gee. Now it's to the point where I'm bored of this. Now I'm like annoyed with it.
Right.
Which is a crazy way to live. There's 2 women making out in my room and I'm annoyed.
Right.
That's how far I've come. Mm-hmm. So eventually they just both pass out. I pass out. We all fall asleep. It's fucking 6 a.m. at this point. I wake up at probably 11. The black chick's like, hey, I'm leaving. This was fun. I got to go. My husband's going to kill me, whatever. I was like, oh, shit. All right, take it easy.
Yikes.
Little do I know, the old lady is curled up in me. She's cuddling me. I didn't even see it coming. I looked down. I was like, oh, shit, you're right there. So I kind of start making moves on the old lady. I'm like, I'm half in the bag. I'm half erect. I got to get something out of this. So I start like trying to kiss her and grabbing boobs, and she keeps moving my hand away.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I have to be in control.
See, that's what I'm into. That's what I need. I need an old lady that wants to be in control.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. I'm like, let's just get into it. I'm like trying to squeeze butts and stuff. And she's like, no, stop it. So I was like, oh shit, sorry. And then she pushes me over, takes the pants off, starts blowing.
Wow.
Yeah, 60-year-old Beach. And I got to tell you, all those guys in Foghat you blew really paid off. Because, this was a real champion.
Wow.
Yeah.
I imagine she's just been practicing for years and years.
Sure. And yeah, there's good old, soft, wintry lips, she was a pro. And I don't want to get too graphique, but took it all home with her. And she pops off me, and I was like, oh, wow, that was unbelievable. And she goes, yeah, I got to go. And I was like, I'll show you the door. And that was it. And I went back to sleep for like 3 hours.
Now, don't you wonder why she stayed all night? Why not just suck your dick and go home to her, housing community?
Well, she didn't have a car.
Oh.
She couldn't get a cab. That's why she came back up.
So that wasn't a story. She literally couldn't get a cab.
That was real. And I remember I went back down the next day to go get lunch in the hotel, and they were like, Woo! Boy, you missed a whole show down here. I was like, oh yeah, what happened? They're like, some baddie broad was all over the place. She was screaming and yelling about not getting a cab. I was like, Virginia, huh? Sin City.
Wow, can you imagine being that old and still wanting to blow people?
I know, it's crazy.
Most girls, they hit 30 and they're like, I'm done with blowing. That was a college activity. I'm retired. I hung it up.
Well, she wanted the control.
I guess.
When you're blowing a guy, you're in the driver's seat.
People find that empowering. Some girls.
Which, hey, empower away.
See, my girlfriend doesn't believe that there are people that like blowing. We have this argument all the time. She's like, those girls are just trying to impress
cool.
people or look cool. But I'm like, I love eating pussy. I love it more than anything.
Too.
I'm not trying to get anyone's approval.
I go right for it.
I mean, I am, but yeah, I want a face sit, a squirt.
Yes.
You know what my all-time fantasy is? Ever watch this on porn? Reverse bukkake?
No.
You got to get into this scene. Our producer's head just perked up.
Lay it on
He
me.
was sleeping. Well, bukkake's when everyone comes on the face. There.
Yes.
This is a revert. I'm not into that. That's gross and demeaning. Well,
I've seen it.
Am I winking properly?
Yes.
So anyways, I like the reverse bukkake. That's when the girls, they just line up and they fucking jerk off and they squirt all over the guy's face. Like 50 of them in a row.
You know what that is?
Tell me.
That's lunch.
It's queef, too.
Yes.
It's a queefy lunch.
Queefy lunch.
I would like 70. Whenever I see a picture of a bunch of women together, I just picture them all coming in my eye.
Oh, I love that.
I want it to burn up my eyes. And I'm choking on it. I just want that. I want it.
I want a tarp and a snorkel.
If anyone knows how to, that's just a side note. That's what he wants for Christmas.
Yes.
So get out there and shop. If anyone knows how to set up a bukkake, I don't know if my girlfriend will appreciate me getting into it, but maybe she'll die or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe she can be part of it. I don't know.
Right. It must be nice to be a girl that likes bukkake because you have it so easy. You can just ask 10 guys and be like, sure.
I don't know, but if you're into that I think Sarah thinks if you like to blow people, something's off.
What?
I think if you want to be bukkake'd, something's off.
Something's really
You don't want
off.
people to come. That's not respectful.
Well, have you seen, I'm not going to say who showed it to me because he's like a respected businessman,
Uh-huh.
but this guy showed me a video of, it's an Asian thing where it's like women reporting the news, you know, pantsuit, desk, camera, anchor woman, and she's just delivering the news, and a guy just walks up and stands on the counter and jerks off while she delivers the news and then jizzes on her, and she just keeps delivering the news.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty wild.
Jizzing on people, I'm not that into. I would like to jizz on somebody if they're into it, but
Yes.
I don't, just someone dumping a load on somebody's face is...
But it's the fact that she doesn't break.
Oh, that's pretty
cool.
That's more fun, I guess, than
It's
anything.
more fun. It's like a good gag.
But I want a reverse bukkake. I want that business all up in my eyebrows and wet.
Oh, yeah,
I
lay
think
it
our
on
producer's
me.
watching one right now.
Yeah.
We're not going to say who's producing this week because he's also a respected businessman.
That's true. His name's Aaron Friedman.
Ralph Lauren.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was Saturday night.
And did you get her phone number? Her 7-digit phone number?
She had a rotary. No, I didn't get the number, but I sent her a telegraph. No, yeah, she left, and I was just like, I woke up, I was like, whoo, boy, that was a while. You know, one of those days where you wake up and you're like, I'm a little different.
Yeah.
Than I was before. Mm-hmm. It was one of those days. And then, of course, I got the phone call from Ramin, like, holy shit, I heard everything. What the fuck? Good Lord, yada, yada. Because he had to leave at some point during the night, so I was stuck with them all night.
Yeah.
Boy, I know he's going to hear this. But nothing bad. Had a great time, Ramin. We'll do it again.
Yeah, the other guy, Stamkos. You did a number on him, though.
Stavros, yeah.
Stavros.
He's funny. Funny guy. So, now it's Sunday night. One more gig in the Ramin run. Sunday night. Here
we go.
This was a great one. The last gig was the best gig. So we go to Rockville, Maryland.
Rotville?
Rock.
Oh, I think it said Rotville. I thought that was the
Rockville.
old lady's vagina.
No. Queef. So we go to Rockville, Maryland, right out. So that's the cool thing about Virginia and that D.C. area. You go one step here, you're in Virginia, one step here, you're in D.C., one step here, you're in Rockville, one step here, you're in Tennessee, you know. You're all over the map.
That differs from other places
Yes.
where you go from one town to a different town.
Well, I'm just saying it's like a minute away.
I
Like,
see.
You go over this bridge, you're in a whole other state.
Aha.
So we're in Rockville, Maryland. What a town! My God, it's so quaint and clean. It's like Pleasantville. We go right into the center of town. There's an ice skating rink. It's just all these cute kids ice skating with a big Christmas tree and carols and shit. Everything's all decorated. It's wild. It's like fucking what's the shit.
Bedford Falls.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you pull that?
Synergy.
You got that right out of my noggin.
Yeah, I pulled it right out.
That was lunch.
I got some other stuff up here, too.
Don't tell them everything. So yeah, it was beautiful. We do this gig, and you can tell everybody's like an upstanding citizen. Everybody's nice and well dressed and smart looking. and we do this gig in the middle of an art gallery.
Wow.
And it was killer. Probably 150 people. Great show. Everything working out new, riffing, killing. They got all the subtleties. They got all the tags, you know. And, yeah, we do that show, and that was great. Drive back to Stafford for my hotel room. And wake up the next day, get a car, picks me up to D.C. Nothing better than a car pickup.
Yeah.
A Blacktown car, picks me up at my hotel, brings me into D.C. I stay at the State Plaza, right across from the Watergate Hotel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was picturing that Forrest Gump thing.
Yeah, I
with
was
the
thinking
flashlights.
too.
Yeah.
I think I synergied your head.
Yes.
I got it.
Synergy.
Those lights are keeping me up.
So, yeah, exactly. So I'm at the state. I've got this beautiful view of the river and everything, and all the monuments and everything. It was wild. It was an amazing hotel.
Great city.
Great city.
That city's amazing because anywhere you are in the city, you can see like 6 historical sites.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
And it's so well landscaped and hilly, and it's really pretty.
yeah.
So it's this cool feeling. I'm like, I got dropped off. I'm in this hotel. I brought a suit. I put
Finally,
my suit on.
a suit.
I know.
Jesus, Carnegie, you borrowed my overalls.
I know. Straw hat and all. So, yeah, I put a suit on. I go downstairs. I go, hey, Kennedy Center's that way. It's a 5-minute walk. I go, all right. So I'm walking to a gig. It's dusk. I got my suit on.
The Kennedy Center.
Wild.
They give away. That's where Sidney Poitier and Bob Dylan and Pete Seeger and Bruce
Obama.
Springsteen.
Yeah. Obama.
Obama. Yes.
Yes.
He's good.
He's big. I've heard of him.
I like him.
So, yeah, I go there, and they go, all right, here's your green room. I go see the stage, beautiful building. You walk in, there's flags of every country and big columns. I took a photo. I'll post it on the Facebook.
Richard Pryor, Lucille Ball. I mean,
Yes.
the Kennedy Center.
It was
That's crazy. Buzz Aldrin, maybe?
Carnegie Hall and Kennedy in 1 month.
That's insane.
It was wild. I'm doing it, baby. So I get there, and they go, hey, Ramin's going to host for you. I was like, great. I know this guy. We've been working all weekend together. We've had quite a run. And I go, here's your vouchers for free food. We go up to the Kennedy cafeteria.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Everything you want. I mean, these politicians, they live like kings.
Of course, yeah.
That's where all the tax money's going. Fuck roads. It's going to that cafeteria.
Yep. Dara.
Yeah. So the guy goes, all right, you get 2 choices. You get either the pasta bar or the charcuterie, where they
got nothing
carve
on
it,
this
the
one.
carvery.
My synergy's shutting down here.
I think it's a
Oh,
carvery.
a carving station.
Carving station.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, give me
Carvel ice cream.
the carving. So the guy chops off a big old porterhouse, puts gravy on it, mashed potatoes, carrots, the whole 9. You get a cup of soup with it. Woo-ah! And for dinner, dessert, you get a chocolate chip cookie. It couldn't have been
Wow.
better.
That's a dream gig.
So I ate all mine. I ate half of his. And then we went out there. We did our show. It was great. And then guess who calls?
The president?
Stavros.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, hey, remember that mic you did on Friday? There's another one at the same place tonight. And I said, let's do it.
So you leave Kennedy Center and go to an open mic.
In a suit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you get one of the medals, the ribbons that they give the people there?
No, I think that's Superman 3 you're thinking of.
I see.
Or no, that's Star Wars, the first one where they get a medal at the
Oh,
end.
yeah. I didn't care for the first one that much.
I liked it.
I did too,
was
but
a little
not
slow.
I thought Empire was better.
I love Empire.
That's the best.
I feel like the third one, they really kind of kiddied it up a bit.
The Ewoks.
Ewoks.
Dun, 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 dun. Nub,
Yeah.
nub.
Too much.
Yeah.
And we're in the woods. Come on. So, so we run to this mic. I love it. We're at the mic, trying new, just did the Kennedy. Now we're in a grungy bar. I'm checking my tweets in the back like a real douche, and this girl goes, hey. I do this thing now on stage where I go like, all right, well, let's all go drinking. If you're going drinking, let me know. Tweet at me. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this girl tweets at me, and she goes, hey, you still going to a bar? And I wrote back, oh, shit. I wrote, yeah, going to the Big Hunt. And she goes, I'll see you there. Oh, boy. I look at her photo. It's like a gorgeous brunette. I'll show you the photo. Beautiful. And it's like obviously a model. It can't be her. So I as I'm going on, she walks in and she goes, Mark? And I go, yeah. She goes, I'm the one who tweeted you. And I walk on stage right then. Kind of have a rough one. And then, because I'm trying new, then I get off and I go, you want to get a drink? We have a drink. We go upstairs. We're talking. She's divorced. She's got a kid. She hates her husband. She's Iranian or Iranian? Iranian.
Yeah.
Really pretty. And so then I'm talking to her in the booth, and Stavros comes up and goes, hey, there's another mic 20 minutes away. And I go, I'm going to stay here.
Uh-huh.
You got to stay.
Yeah.
And we talk for hours, and the waitress keeps coming up. Another one. Another round. By the way, my train is at 8:20 in the morning. But hey, I'm living life. So I see a guy come in with roses. You know that douche that comes in with roses? Hey, rose for the lady? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
So I go, this guy's going to try to sell me a rose. Pretend like we're kissing. So I lean in. We start
that's
making out like
good.
crazy. Woo! It felt good. So now we're making out, and she's like, I was like, you want to get out of here? Is there any better phrase than you want to get out of here to say to a woman? It's the best line ever. So I go, hey, you want to get out of here? She goes, yes. So we jump in an Uber. You got to do this Uber.
I Ubered once.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right. So we get an Uber, and we're going out in the car, and I'm like, I'm at the State Plaza. You got to come by.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not bang a guy at the State Plaza?
Yeah.
And she was like, my kid, I got to relieve the sitter. And I was like, come on. And we did that for 20 minutes.
See, bring that sitter over here.
Yeah.
Tag out and bring the sitter.
Yeah, hopefully she's 65.
Or a teen.
Or a teen.
Bukkake.
No ageism here. So I just go home alone and rub one out drunk. And, boy, that alarm kicks on at 7:30, and it was miserable.
There's nothing worse than an alarm. Doesn't matter what time it is. Even an alarm at 11:30 in the morning.
It's true.
Yeah, you hate it.
The alarm does get a bad rap because if it does its job, you hate it. And if it doesn't do its job, you hate it.
Oh, yeah. That's
You
a
know?
good point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If I was an alarm clock, I would be killing with that bit.
My father used to always get up to the radio thing. It would just come. It would be like a commercial sometimes.
Oh,
So his
yeah.
alarm clock would be like, "Come on down for $49.95," and I was
Right.
like, God, what a
Yeah.
miserable life."
But that's better than meh, meh,
Yeah,
meh,
that's a
meh.
good point too.
But still.
I always had the.
That's not bad. I do the bung, 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 bung. You know, the bells.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's uplifting.
Yeah.
So, I wake up, I get down to the train station, I'm like, red-eyed, pasty, dry mouth, fucking hungover douche. Get on the train, conk out, back in New York. And that was Tuesday. Yeah. Got to New York, went straight to boxing.
Oh, boxing.
Yeah, hungover boxing, nothing worse. They smell it on you and they get mad at you. They're like, "This is what you get. This is what you get. Come on!" He's punching me in the back of the ass. Come on!
Sounds like the old lady.
Yeah. This guy blew me as well. So went straight about. Then I had a bunch of shows. Then we went to the Stan Christmas party where I missed you.
Oh yeah, we missed each other.
Yeah.
I left around 10:30. Late in
Uh-huh.
the early night. That's all like those parties now. You go in, we touch the back wall, and we get the hell out of there.
Oh,
you
I
say
like
hello,
that.
hey, give it up. You touch a couple tits, you
Right.
give a couple high fives, you schmooze, and then you get the hell out.
Isn't it funny? Because when I first moved to New York, those parties were like, I lived for those parties. And
Yeah.
now they're a nuisance.
Yeah.
In a way.
Caroline's no party this year.
I like how we're just shitting on parties, but we're mad that they're not having one.
Well, I like a party,
All right.
and that party was the best party.
That was the best.
Because they had a lot of space and they had free food, but these people, they cut down to save money.
How shitty is that? It's goddamn Christmas.
Very frustrating. Throw us a bone here.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't all get together enough.
right.
You want everybody together.
Right.
But
Oh.
Stand Up New York has a wild party.
Yeah. I've
That
had
one
some-
2 years ago, we had to put you in a cab. You were
Oh,
fall down. We were
that's
like
right.
dragging you out.
Those were the days.
That was like my last week of drinking. We were
Was
like,
it?
I remember behind the bar serving drink. I was behind the bar.
Boy, we had some wild times when you were drinking.
It
didn't
was
we?
wild. I was drinking out of the bar. I got there late because I did the Nick and Artie show.
Yes.
And I showed up late, and I was like, I got to catch up. And I went behind the bar and started drinking vodka right out of the bottle.
Yeah, boy. Remember when I was behind the bar at Arlene's Grocery?
That was a classic.
Oof.
That was when I first met you. You just got behind the bar and started making drinks.
Yes.
And I took a 16-ounce vodka and just drank it. I was like, that guy's nuts.
Ah, boy.
That was good fun.
Boy, oh boy. How are we alive?
I don't know. We made it.
We made it.
It's Christmas time, too.
I know. But
Have you done your shopping?
I have not bought one thing.
I did some Sarah and I just went shopping. We each bought the other one a gift with the other person. She's like, I want this. I'm like, I want that. We bought it. Boom.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's
you're
not
you're
bad.
done. It's all over.
Best Christmas gift I ever got? Herpes.
Heyo.
Gives every year. All the time.
Gives more than every year, I think.
Christmas a couple times a year.
Can I ask you a herpes question?
By all means.
So there's this lady who I've been meaning to hook up with, and she said, technically I have herpes, but I've never had a flare-up.
That sounds like a lie. Technically, she has. How does she know she
She
has
said
it?
she got tested, and they said you positive for herpes, but she's never seen a spot.
But you have to I think you get tested by doing like a scrape of the business.
Well, I think maybe she had one.
Is it blood? Blood test?
She had maybe one outbreak, and then never again.
I would have sex without wearing a condom. I wear a condom with all these girls until you're in some sort of
Well,
relationship.
I'm wearing condoms. Don't you
Yeah,
worry.
you can have with a condom. You have sex, and she has no outbreak. You're gonna be fine.
What about the genital ball thigh area?
That's a myth.
Uh-huh.
Those don't exist. There's no such thing as balls.
So what is it? The bacteria, whatever the hell, the virus has to get in the dick hole?
It's not the dick hole. I mean, the best way to get it is if they have an open sore. They have a sore, and then you fuck them, and boom, you get it.
Yeah.
But you can still get it if they're not on an outbreak. You could get it.
Oh, really?
But it's very unlikely. It's pretty difficult. Sarah and I have been having sex for 3.5 years. She's never gotten herpes.
But you don't do it when you're outbreaking. Or
No,
do you?
I don't. I don't really. I have an outbreak since I stopped drinking. I'm very
Interesting.
zen now.
What is it? It's a stress thing.
It's a lot of stress has something to do with it, diet, and sometimes it's just a lot of friction if you jerk off raw dog for about a day and a half. I used to be on Paxil, and
So interesting. How
it's a fascinating virus. It
It
lives in
is.
your spine.
Is that right?
I got a virus in my spine.
That's kind of cool.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's like a superpower.
But that Christmas Eve was brutal. I was dumping Vaseline and peroxide on it. I showed it to Cantor.
Oh.
I was at my parents' house. Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Christmas Day, just raw.
Oh.
Horrible.
That really kills the
It
innocence.
was like a cheese grater to the dick.
I still want to see it.
Well, I'll try to work an outbreak up here.
Please.
Got it. I gotta tell you this thing. I stood up
Please.
for myself recently.
Oh, boy. Lay it
Couple
on me.
times.
What?
I was standing outside of this is yesterday in Astoria. I'm standing outside of Starbucks. I always pull over to text because I'm considerate.
Good man.
You get all these people just walking around texting with their head down in this dumb city.
Oh, you pull over walking.
Walking pull over.
Yeah. You,
Pull over to the side and you send your text. That way you're not walking down with your head down.
Right.
This way we don't have to sleep with our heads in the mud. Mm-hmm. This girl walks up to me, probably 16, Asian, big glass, the big Coke bottle, goof, but wearing them ironically. You know, one of these dumb cunts. And she
not
walks
lunch.
up and she stands in front of me, holds her hand out with the reverse picture, does a selfie, and I just assume I know this person because I can't see their face. So I kind of just look at the camera and pose. I'm waiting for the person to turn around and be like, "Hey, you fuck, remember me? It's Susie," or whatever.
Right.
So she takes the picture and just puts her head down and walks away. And I go, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing?"
Whoa.
And she just ignores me. She's with another teenage friend, and her teenage friend starts like freaking out. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, he's coming after us."
Right.
Because now we're adults. We're
Right.
like grown-ups. Remember when you were afraid of grown-ups?
Of course.
We're those people.
Isn't that weird?
And she's with the boy as well. They're probably like 13, 14. And I go, "Hey, what the fuck? What are you doing?"
Ooh.
Because I'm very tough with teenage girls.
Yeah, you're a scary man.
Yeah, so I run. I go, "What? Do you can't take my picture." And she looks back and she just waves like, "Fuck you."
Oh, the wave.
So I jog and get in front of her, like stop.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Good for you,
Not
buddy.
not bad.
That's lunch.
Yeah, it was fucking pretty queef.
So what happened?
So I go, what are you doing? I go, erase that picture right now. It was for Snapchat.
Aha.
So she shows me. She starts I've never used. She starts wiping, so like my face is erasing, and her friend's like, "God damn it, Susan, just erase the picture."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
She's like afraid of me. I appreciated it.
Yeah, I like that.
I've been doing a lot of chest workouts.
I can tell.
So, anyways, I'm like, no. She's like, I erased it. There, you're all right. I go, "Why are you taking my picture?" She goes, "Because I thought you were a sexy man." She says it like that, and I'm like, "I know you don't think I'm sexy. I don't think you're sexy either."
Yeah.
Never cared for the Asians. Attractively, they're good people.
Oh, is she Asian?
Asian, yeah.
Interesting.
Astoria, they're all different
I was
things.
picturing a Puerto Rico.
She might have been Puerto Rican. I confuse them sometimes.
Really? Big diff.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah, I can't win them all.
Anyway, so I'm like, "What are you? Erase it." She goes, "I erased it." And I'm like, "Let me see a photo library. I want to see it erased." I go, "It's against the law and you're rude." I was like, "You're fucking rude." I was pointing.
Who are you?
I felt good. Well, she's a teenage girl. That's why.
You're
If it-
Batman.
If it was a man, I would have, blown him.
Sure.
So anyways, I was like, "Let me see it." So she pulls it up. It's still in there. She was trying to trick me. I go, yeah, that's what I thought. Fucking erase it. Let me see you erase it.
Wow.
And I was like, "You're rude." And the guy is like across the street now. He's hiding. He's in a phone booth, quivering.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's right, you punk." I wanted to knock their heads together.
Whoa.
So I was like, "That's really rude. You can't behave like that. It's against the law also, but don't do that. You're
Good for
obnoxious."
you.
Yeah, it felt good. And she's like, "Ooh, whatever." Like, just like, ooh. And then they walked, my tongue just touched the microphone.
Yeah.
I got extra herpes now.
There it is.
Anyway, so they walked away and I felt pretty good.
Yeah.
So then I was so high on that, I get my tea. Now I feel real tough because I
What'd
got
you
the
do?
tea.
You threw it in a homeless man's face?
No, not yet. I walked 2 blocks. There's a truck, one of the big box truck.
Yes.
And it's beeping because it's in reverse. It's beep, beep. And those things are loud. 'Cause
Yeah.
They gotta be loud enough for cars to hear them, So the guy, he's not backing up though. He's just texting on his phone. Instead of being on park, he's got his foot on the brake. It's in reverse, but he just left it like that while he's texting. It's going beep, beep. So I said, "You know what? I'm going to say something to this guy."
Whoa.
And he's not even a teenage girl. He's a truck driver.
Wow.
Those are scary people.
Very scared. Blue collar.
We have a lot of fans that are truck drivers. We appreciate it. We love you.
Sure.
Thanks for hauling the mail, the business,
Doing the
biscuits.
Lord's work.
So anyways, is that what the Lord did?
I think it was a truck. It was the carpenter.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's Jesus. That's different than the Lord.
Oh, the Lord could have been a truck driver.
I can't remember. Anyways, so I never knew actually. So I walk up to the truck and I go, "Pardon me." I get him he rolls the window down like, "What?" And I go, "Would you mind putting the truck in park? Just because the beeping is
Wow.
there's a lot of people out here."
This is unbelievable.
And he didn't stop, he didn't say anything, but he put it in park.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Not bad at
the
all.
The beeping goes off.
Now here's my thing.
Tell me.
And you might have some input on this because you are now a superhero.
I am.
But the thing, people don't like being told what to do.
I said it nicely.
I know, but why is that? Because obviously he didn't say anything because he was a little ashamed, you know? But why not just go, you're right. People can't do that. They don't have the maturity and the decency to go, you're right. They don't have the security.
Oh, yeah. He could have been like, I'm sorry, but I'll take it, you know?
I'll take it too. I'm just saying, how about a little bit of, shit, you're right. What, you know?
I think in a small town maybe, but New York, not
Small
so much.
town,
But he
yeah.
could have fucking smashed the door open and beat the
true.
shit out of me.
That's
Reginald
true.
Denny'd me.
Yeah.
Reverse Reginald Denny, I guess.
Right,
He was the
right.
truck driver. That
Wow.
Reginald Denny was brutal, huh?
And he put it in park. I'm blown away.
He put it in park. I felt good. I felt like a good Samaritan.
Boy, oh boy, some ladies are listening right now, getting a little moist.
Yeah, I hope so. I want them to bukkake me.
Yeah, I'll
Reverse
film it.
bukkake.
Woo-wee.
I'd love for you to film.
All right.
I'd like one of them to kind of give me a hand job while I'm getting the bukkake.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
But anyways, yeah, I felt good about that. And let's play a little game here. A celebrity saw me perform at the Stand recently.
Ooh.
He's a shouldn't have given away the gender. Talk show host. You got 3 guesses. Throw it out there.
Talk show host.
I think so. I don't really know.
Oh, well, that helps me.
I think he's a talk show host.
Well, if you don't know, then he's not that famous.
Well, I might just not know him. Come on, throw one out there.
Well, I can't. This isn't my guess, but I'm just saying this out loud. It can't be Fallon or Letterman or Leno or Jon Stewart.
Well, that was 5 guesses.
Shit. I'm just saying.
None of those?
It can't be them because you would know them as a host.
He's of the black variety.
Aha. Good. Black Oprah? Oh, it's a man.
Man. I'd say mustache, but they all have mustaches.
Oh, I know who it is. Steve Harvey.
Close, but no
Damn it.
cigars.
Cedric, the entertainer?
I think he's dead.
No.
Which one
He was just
died?
in top 5. Bernie Mac is dead.
That's right. Damn it.
Yeah. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Let's see.
Initials are MW. Oh, the phones are lighting up now.
Oh, Marlon Wayans?
Oh, that's a good guess, but no.
Shit.
All right, one last guess. He came on to me after.
Really?
No.
Oh. Matt Wayne.
Montel Williams.
Whoa! He is a host.
Not bad, right?
I didn't see. I would have never guessed that in a
He was
million
really
years.
laughing it up.
Wow.
And I was doing all new.
Is
and
he gay?
And I was like, I don't think so.
Okay.
And he was with like three bitches, I believe he referred to them as.
Well, he's
No.
got that hoop
It wasn't.
earring, you know?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't notice the hoop.
I don't know what that means.
But he came to the show. He's at the late show at the Stand. Isn't that funny?
That's wild.
And everyone was talking to him. I was like, Montel, what's up with you, Montel? But I didn't
Whoa.
say anything. And then afterwards, he came up to me and Damian Lemon. He's like, you guys were great. Thanks for the
Wow.
entertainment. It was fun.
How cool is that?
That guy's like a billionaire, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty exciting.
Why do people wear earrings? Why do men wear earrings?
I
Black
don't know.
or white?
Chris Rock wore a hoop earring during Bring the Pain. I was
He
watching that
did?
the other day. And he's got high pants. That special is finally starting to look a little aged.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's still amazing.
Right.
And also, I watched it on Comedy Central at 10 p.m., so they were beeping. He swore a lot.
Oh, tons of swearing.
A lot.
Yeah.
We got to wrap up, but I want to mention this real quick.
Oh, I got to mention something too.
All right. You want to go?
Well, I just want to say thanks to I think it's Mike. You go. I'm going to look this up real quick.
I want to just talk about I hope the Gary Gulman It's About Time tour came to an end at the Bowery Ballroom.
Oh,
it was amazing.
wow.
Saturday night, New York City, Soho, down in the Bowery. The Bowery still has grit on it. There's homeless
Oh,
people
yeah.
and
Oh,
there's graffiti and there's people out and you have like these nightclub people. There was a rock club. It was packed to the gills.
Yeah.
People standing 4 deep, upper deck. And Andy Sanford did a guest spot. He was hilarious.
He's great.
And Gulman, I can't stop saying it. This guy's at the top of his game. There's nobody better than Gary Gulman right now. Maybe somebody as good. But that
the
guy
king.
is on fire, and he's killer.
So fun.
And it was a great night. I killed. Colin Quinn was there. He sat in the audience. I could see him.
What?
My friend Adrienne LeBlanc, award-winning writer. Check out her book, Random Family. It's amazing.
All right.
And they're sitting in there, and Colin is bending over laughing. And It was
Wow.
so exciting. We're all hanging out. It was like a celebratory feeling. It felt like a special. And he's going to record a special, I think, in February or maybe January. You got to check it out. Gary Gulman is a fucking beast.
He's a
I mean,
beast.
he's unbelievable.
One of the best writers ever.
He's as good as I've ever seen any comic. He
Oh,
really
yeah.
is. He's incredible and
He's
very
so
generous.
smart. He's pretty clean too.
Pretty clean, yeah.
I love him. I think he's great.
All right, who
underrated.
You got a guy over there?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Mike Knight. Came out to the Kennedy Center, took a picture with me. That's him, and he said he loves the pod.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Black fan, baby.
What's up, Mike? I love the black fans.
Love the black fans.
Boy, you guys are worth 10 white fans.
Yes.
I love the white fans as well.
Sure.
Do we have Asians? There's a couple of Asians, I think.
We lost them with that photo.
I might have offended. Yeah, I feel bad. I'm just not attracted to them physically for the most part.
None of them? I've seen a couple of hotties.
A couple, of course, yeah, but it's not my cup. I tell you, physically, I really stick with the petite, blonde, white girls.
Sure.
I feel bad, but that's my cup.
You're not alone there. White women are our greatest resource in this country, I've noticed.
Right.
Everybody likes them.
That's a good point.
You don't meet anybody who doesn't like white women. Maybe a couple white guys.
I think a few, yeah. But I love them.
I like them, too. I like an Indian chick.
Well, that's the show, everybody.
Oh, boy.
I'm kidding. I got an Indian girl living in my apartment, for God's sake.
Well, that doesn't mean you like them.
That's true.
Yeah, you also have a maid.
Yeah, sort of. All right, we got to wrap it up. Joe is smashing the desk over there. He's done watching the reverse bukkake.
He's lighting a menorah.
Merry Christmas, everybody. For God's sakes, have a great Christmas.
Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
And tell the people, tell your friends, get them on board with this podcast. Groundswell fucking movement here.
Yes.
I got no agent. My manager hates me.
Yes.
I'm gay. She doesn't hate me. She listens to the show. She loves me. She's sweet. But I need all the fans. I need your fans to tell the people and come out to these shows so I can work. And just come on out.
Come out and you heard me on Adam Carolla. Check me on that. Check out Joe on Cumia.
I'm going to be on Anthony Cumia's show in a couple of weeks. And,
all these pods are just going to get people to listen to our pod. That's the goal here. And check us out live. We're all over the country. Comedy club near you. So come out to a show.
And be nice to each other, for God's sakes. There's too many assholes. Be nice to everybody you bump into today because they're all fighting a battle, whatever the fuck it is. Have a great Christmas. Be nice, and we love you.
Blow each other and eat each other out, goddammit.
Yes! 69! Bukkake! Reverse! Call me!
That's lunch!
All right.